Okay, we're back. This is our second video, folks, and I've officially just actually named what this is now. We're going to call it Sock Talk. Um, but I'm excited to have Dr. Michael Padilla. I keep on saying it wrong. Every time I say your name, I want to like put a Spanish flair on it, but I know that's not right. Well, St. Luke is the patron of physicians, and I thought, who better to talk to when I think of Catholic, and I think of socks, and I think of physicians. I think of my own doctor, Dr. Mikey, and so I know that you've been a fan of Sacrilegious for a while, uh, but I'm assuming that St. Luke might hold a special place in your heart. Can you talk to me a little bit about your relation, your devotion to St. Luke?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I don't know how. Well, for starters, I guess I talk a lot, and Saint Luke has the most recorded words in the Bible. So, so there's, there's at least in the New Testament, I think, between Acts, I think, and between his Gospel, I think that's definitely the most number of words in the New Testament. So, so there's some kindred. I feel very close to him there. There's just so many cool things to say, so many things I want to tell you. I don't know if anybody has told you about this, but Jesus was born in this really cool way, and Mary was all these really cool things, things that he talked about that aren't in anybody's gospels. So, like for me personally, that's part of it. I think him being a physician, I don't know if that's why he talks so much, but I do know that he he also
Mm-hmm.
was one of the only people to stick with Paul, like during his travels. I think one of the lines is like the only one with me. That one of St. Paul's lines was like
Yeah.
the only one with me was Luke. Luke alone was there, was my companion or something like that. And as a physician, it can feel that way sometimes too. Is a very like I've been blessed with very
Mm-hmm.
intimate, vulnerable experiences with my patients, things that affect their health, things that they're worried about, and to have had that kind of relationship with St. Paul, we can only guess, but I think that's something that I could afford to like meditate and pray on a lot more. But a very blessed relationship. So I think physicians all over are very connected to St. Luke, and I know the Catholic Medical Association. Most of the guilds across the
Oh,
country
really?
have their
That's
biggest
cool. That's
celebration
cool.
of the year
So
on his feast day.
if Saint Luke was a doctor
hmm
today,
hmm
what kind of doctor do you think he would? What would his specialty be?
Oh shoot! Oh no! Yeah, well, I mean, you can take this with a grain of salt because I'm going to be a little bit biased, but I think he'd be probably family medicine trained, but he probably would have gone and
Okay,
got his
he
teeth
would have been a
cut like
missionary
internationally.
doctor of some sort,
Like he would have
Doctor
like
Without Borders.
he yeah
That's
yeah
awesome.
yes, I think so. I think he yeah. I think I don't think he would have preferred to. I think he would, so whatever this looks like. I think he would have gotten the best education, and I think he would have gone out and seen and taken care of the poorest of the poor, especially those who did not did had the experiencing the greatest suffering, but I think probably also were the furthest away from God.
All right, so let me ask you this. Well, I think it's funny. First off, and similarly, like I love Saint Luke, but not necessarily because he's a physician, because I talk a lot. And so Saint Luke was my confirmation sponsor, and not because I had a specific devotion to Saint Luke. I was an eighth grader, and one of my
Whoa!
good buddies was named Luke, and I thought, well, that's a good name. I think that you live out your life in a way that like you're intentionally a physician, but you're intentionally Catholic at the same time. What's it mean to be a Catholic physician?
This is going to kind of sound funny because I think we've been walking away from this in the U.S., but I think the 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 uh, the identity
Hmm.
of the physician and the patient is dictated by the relationship. It's and so the relationship is key. The connection between the physician and the 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 patient, the medical professional and the patient, is inherently pastoral. Just like the teacher is is like is acting like a parent, the physician is acting like a a, a covenantal authority, like a pastor or a parent even. And so uh, I think that's what what we're called to in our state of life as Christians, as especially as spirit infused Catholics, is to uh, live out love in our like in our vocation, in our profession. And so um, I cannot love people
Mm.
if I keep God out of it. So I cannot do my job if I intentionally keep God out of my work and out of the relationship that dictates my identity as a physician. Okay, big unpopular words there, right? Because I'm basically, read another way, I'm
Right.
saying like I have to bring Jesus into the patient room. But that doesn't mean through words. Like, um, that just means so to me. Long story short, being a Catholic physician means bringing as much Christ into the room as
Mm.
the patient will allow me to do so. Also, to clarify, I'm I'm not like pushing that boundary. It's like, oh, where can I say this much? Can I do that much? No, I
You're
mean,
being who
I
you are,
try to
and
be.
there's no. I
That's
don't know.
exactly right.
I think that's awesome. All right,
That's right.
Dr. Mikey, thank you so much for joining us on Sock Talk. I don't know if this is gonna become a thing or not, but I like it so far. And I'll let you get back to doing things in the Philippines, and we'll see you back here in Indiana real soon.
So thank you for inviting me, and yeah, go back to your the rest of your day.